Hello everybody, I'm Brian Milam and this is Off the Bench today at Lafayette High School with Kargan Caswell. He's a bowler but also plays musical instruments, and we'll talk about that on Off the Bench on Everyday Kentucky. Tell me, Kargan, about bowling, because you also have an interesting story with your brothers, because there's got to be some healthy competition with them. But walk me through first how you started in bowling.
Well, I started around when I was 5 years old. I've been bowling for about 10 years now. I started bowling because it's kind of ran through my family, you know. My aunt and uncle bowl, and basically everyone in my family bowls. And as I went, you know, I've loved bowling ever since I was 5, so kept doing it. Still gonna keep doing it, yeah.
How did you perfect your craft, and how long did it take for you to become, hey, I know what I'm doing here, and it's not just trying to obviously knock it down?
Well, just making sure that you're focusing on what you're trying to hit. You know, there's arrows,
right.
There's break points, like where the oil stops. So you want to aim where you think that it's going to hit one of the pockets. Your
brothers also bowl.
Yeah.
And who's better, or who's best between the three, and who's better between you and your twin?
Well, my older brother's probably the best out of all of us. And right now, I'd have to say my twin brother is better than me.
Musically, you are talented. You started with clarinet, but then you've morphed into another instrument.
Yeah, so I started clarinet when I was in 2nd grade. Mm-hmm. And I've played it all through like concert band, and then around 2 years ago I picked up the saxophone because I wanted to play in the jazz band, and you can't really play clarinet in the jazz band.
Now, did music come natural to you, or do you just pick it by ear and like, man, I know what I'm doing?
Some of it came natural. You know, I have to say that the jazz side kind of came more natural. You know, learning the clarinet was a bit tough for me, but I mean, when I go back and listen to my old playing, I can tell that I've gotten a lot better, when you really don't feel like you got that much better, but you really did, yeah.
You've performed in front of an audience, obviously, but at Giuseppe's. What's it like to play in a mood setting like that, or in front of a lot of people in more of a concert setting?
Well, when you're playing in front of a lot of people, like for them, you know, like at Giuseppe's, you're kind of background music, so it's not as nerve-wracking as playing for a bunch of like an audience.
Right. Kargan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you
very much. That's Kargan Caswell at Lafayette High School, and you are watching Off the Bench on Everyday Kentucky.